One lottery ticket makes a big difference for our state students. And when I say big, I mean bigger than jackpot big. Since 2002, South Carolina students have benefited from more than $6 billion in lottery-funded scholarships and grants, including the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow Scholarships. With every lottery play, you're supporting our students, and that adds up in a big way. That's why education is our middle name. Learn more at sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.
I wanna be next to you.
Wake your ass up, fool. Johnjay and Rich. What's crackin'? This is the big boss dog, Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom, what you gonna do? Johnjay and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010, we're not talking about Lashley. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be, and in the place to be. And you're listening to Johnjay and Rich. Wake your ass up, fool.
Johnjay and Rich. It's Thursday, February 6th, 2025. You can call us and jump on the air with us right now or anytime. 877-937-1047. There's a world-famous golf tournament called the Waste Management Open. And it's here in town. And it's this week, and it's huge, and it consumes the city. And every once in a while, you got the Waste Management Open going on at the same time as the Barrett-Jackson car show, which is going on at the same time as the Super Bowl. Right now, it's just the Waste Management Open, and it's absolute chaos. And we all went there yesterday. Big golf tournament. And it's put on by a group of guys called the Thunderbirds. And it's a charity event. You know, they raise all this money, and they give it back to kids' organizations. It's pretty damn amazing. And we were all there because Kyle, last year, it was very important to her that we have a good end-of-year video.
It's very important.
So you guys were like, we need to go. And now we went again yesterday. Thoughts, you guys? What do you think? Kyle's voice has been, at the end of the day yesterday, I said, oh my God, your voice.
It's just a little deeper. It's not like gone or anything like that, but it's just it's a couple octaves lower. Like if I were Ariana Grande, I would say I'm just trying to
Preserve your voice.
Yeah, I'm preserving. It's a natural thing artists do.
And there's all these celebrities that play in it, right? I mean, Jelly Roll played in it yesterday.
Yeah, he
and
walked right in front of us.
He performed last night. I saw an interview with him where he went and he hiked Camelback yesterday. Then he golfed 18 holes, and I was like, there's no way he's going to perform. There's no way, unless he's doing tons of drugs. Anyway, he performed last night.
I said the same thing to Scott on the way home, but I didn't even know he hiked Camelback before that. I was like, I don't know how Jelly Roll's going to do it. It was hot out. Yeah. It was like steamy per se, but I had so much fun. Like, this type of schwanding is my jam. Like, us getting together, getting out there, going to do things, laughing about fun. Like, there was one moment where I was, like, going to pee my pants laughing because Peyton literally got kicked out of her seat. She was sitting down in a seat in the suite we were in. This lady comes up to her and is like, I'm going to sit here now.
She literally made me move out of the chair I was sitting in.
But that's a boss.
Like, it was weird. No, it wasn't a boss move. It was a weird move.
Well, in the lady's defense, her jacket was on the chair. So she had been sitting in the chair previously, but was gone. And so Peyton had sat there. But just the method of like...
It was so weird.
Instead of saying, excuse me, that's my chair. I had to go to the bathroom. The bathroom's far away.
Like, mind you, though, I was watching that chair for an hour because all the seats were taken. And I had
You weren't watching the chair for an hour.
Oh, the whole hour you were gone? Yes.
I left. Wait, is that the chair?
For a long time.
Is that the chair you sat in and you said you're going to watch my water? You were eating a slice of pizza?
Different chair.
Because you said, I'm going to watch your water. Then I went to go to the bathroom.
Different chair. Chair. But I was sitting there. It was so weird. And like, I was literally in the middle of a conversation with Kyle, and she actually reached across me to grab her hat. And I looked at her and I was like, oh, are you okay? Or something like that. I don't know how the conversation started. And she was like, yeah, actually, I'm going to sit right here. And it like took me back because I was like right here, like the chair I'm sitting in right now. And she was like, yeah. And I looked at Kyle, and mind you guys, like, I'm only on, like, my second and a half drink, so, like, I'm feeling a little loose, but I'm not really fired up. I just look at Kyle, and I just stand up, and I let her have the chair, because I'm like, okay. But it was, like, as if, like,
That's
she
probably
really
the right
didn't think I
thing to do.
belonged. Like, it was very weird. It was a very weird.
It is fun. My favorite part was watching you two. That was my favorite part of the whole thing. Because Kyle is like constantly in a musical. I feel like she just like
every music playing. You gotta sing and dance
She
along.
just moves as if she's in a musical, waiting for her big number to start. But I can't think of an event like this waste management thing where there are more people that know nothing about the event that is happening.
It's a party.
Everybody's just there.
Oh
Just
yeah,
one
nobody's
big
there
party.
to watch golf except for in like many cases. Like I was really excited to see Scotty Scheffler. And at one point, his group came to our hole, and I was very excited about this because Scotty Scheffler's like the number one golfer right now. Like he's like could be on track to like be a Tiger Woods. Although he's far away from that. I know golf people are like, hold on a minute. Like my husband would be like, oh, don't say that. Like no one's there yet. But he's that good that it's like, wow, you can watch someone who's like the best in their craft at the moment. That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, that is.
His party came through. I didn't know which one was him.
I saw that video. You're like, that guy in the black pants?
I think it was the guy in the white shirt, black pants, or black pants, white shirt. I don't know, but
figure it out. I was no help because I don't know anything about golf. I'm like, okay.
Payne's like, I don't know, Kyle, but I'm like, which one? I need my husband here. He's the one who knows golf.
My son Dutch was there, and he was on the, what do you call it? On the floor? What do you call it?
On the green?
He was on the green, and he was sending me pictures after we left. And he's got video of him and Machine Gun Kelly, Kevin from The Office, Larry Fitzgerald, Jelly Roll,
That's cool.
and then a bunch of YouTubers that he was all excited about, right? And then he told me this. He goes, because he went all with a friend of theirs that was like connected with the Thunderbirds and VIP. And he said, you're not going to believe this. I went to this one area where you have to go and you have to move a bush. And then you go in, and it's just this plush area with framed photos on the walls and all this stuff.
Oh,
and
my God.
You found a speakeasy at the golf
I was
tournament.
like, what? And he's like, yeah, it was great. All kinds of food. I'm like, what the hell? Never heard of that before.
No,
So
me either.
funny. I was trying to explain to Scott how plugged in Johnjay's
So
son
plugged
Dutch
in.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got more places we
It's
could.
funny
Yeah.
because the student has now become the master.
He's like, he says to me, he comes home last night and he goes, hey, you going to the golf thing tomorrow? I'm like, no. I go, are you? He goes, I haven't thought about it yet. I'm like, you're in high school.
I'm like, you have to go to class.
You have school. He goes, I know, but I have a 4.0. Like, okay, but still, I go, the kid, I don't understand.
He's
kid.
living his life, man.
But
More
I
than
gotta
anybody.
I want to give a shout out to a special Thunderbird, Danny Kavanaugh. He's the guy that grabbed me because I misunderstood a lot of things going on at that golf tournament because, I just went with us. And then I text a friend, and then I got caught into we're over here, come meet us. And I didn't have access to anything. So my friend Danny Kavanaugh saw me and saw that I was hurting. And took me in and walked
Took him under your wing.
Took me in and walked around and got me to where I needed to go. So that place is unbelievable. I mean, it's such a well-produced event. It's really amazing, right? Isn't it?
It's
So
pretty
fun.
impressive. Like even just the stanchions that you like are in our mind. Like I was looking around when we were sitting there inside the suite, and it's like these 4-story buildings that are never there normally.
Yeah,
but
it's
they look
unbelievable.
like they are permanent fixtures on the golf course. It's really impressive what they do.
Shout out and congratulations to Thunderbirds. What a fantastic event you guys put on. I would say one of the highlights for me was this woman asked me if she could take a picture together. I said, sure. So we're taking a selfie. She goes, oh, this is great. She's taking a picture. I go, thanks. She goes, I lose you guys all the time. I go, thanks. She goes, I wanted to get a picture with Jelly Roll, but I couldn't. So this is second best.
Hey, out of all the people there, that's pretty good.
I was
That's
like,
a high compliment.
well, that's a good way of looking at it. But I think that is somewhat of a backhanded compliment, but I'll take it.
But
Kyle, what's going on? 3 things you need to know.
I found somewhat of a possible loophole when it comes to jury duty. I will share it with you next with Johnjay and Rich.
Woke up with a new day.
Johnjay and Rich are live on the free iHeartRadio app.
Kyle Unfug, 3 things we need to know. What do you got?
President Trump signed an executive order yesterday intending to stop transgender athletes from participating in girls and women's sports. At the signing, he said he would bar transgender athletes from competing in the LA Olympics in 2028. An upstate New York judge has resigned after he got out of jury duty. So listen, this judge goes to jury duty and he's like, listen, I can't be impartial because I pretty much believe everyone who comes before a jury is guilty. That's my thing. Wouldn't be fair because I'm already going to think they're guilty. The judge who was overseeing the jury selection then reported this judge to state officials because as a judge, you're supposed to believe someone is innocent until proven guilty. So now the judge is like, I got out of jury duty, but now I have to resign from my job as a judge. Kind of one of those things that backfired a little bit. It was good. You got out of that, but not what you really wanted in the long run. Applebee's is bringing back their very popular date night pass. So they sold out of these passes in under a minute last year because Only 3,000 of these passes are sold. It's a $100 pass that allows you to buy up to $50 in food and non-alcoholic beverages once a month for an entire year.
So that's a pretty good deal.
More than pays for itself. They say you can actually sign up for Club Applebee's online, and you have to register to be one of the lucky people to be able to buy it. But that's a pretty easy gig to get, like, the pass. So good luck. Putting that out there. Go for it. Hope you get it. And that's 3 things you need to know.
Couple text messages. I always tell you, you text us, we'll either call you back or read your texts on the air. You text JJR, whatever you want to say, to 96893. This person is 719 number is referencing, we were talking about phrases we hate. This person said, I hate when people use the phrase low key. Johnjay and Rich. Rich does the best impressions. Ted, Peter Griffin, Mickey Mouse. He does them on the air, and no one responds.
Alf?
Rich
He's a good
needs some
Alf,
love
too.
for his impressions. Love Heather in Sacramento.
No, you're right, Heather. He does great impressions. And I think we just, like, over the years, we've taken them for granted.
You know
Sorry
why?
about that,
Because
Rich.
I do impressions of mostly people that we know, not famous people.
Oh, she just said
But
you
just
did
people.
Ted and Peter Griffin. No, give me Ted and Peter Griffin.
And Johnjay and Rich Champion.
Mickey Mouse?
Hi, everybody.
You also do Kermit, don't you?
On occasion, Kermit the Frog.
Johnjay and Rich, how I found out my partner was cheating. My husband didn't go to church one day. Then told me out of nowhere, I don't want to go to church anymore, and I don't want to be married. No explanation. That was in August. We got divorced in November. Then the following January, he turned on all his social media, and he posted, my wife's having a girl.
Oh, that's messed up.
Wow.
That's wrong.
I know.
That guy's a jerk.
Great impression, Rich.
Thank you so much.
Peyton, what's the vibe for horoscopes today?
The People's Open is here, so I'm going to tell you what your vibe would be if you're at the Open or literally any other golf tournament based on your zodiac sign.
Jen, I hear you're an Aquarius.
Aquarius.
Okay, Jen, for my Aquarius, you don't just go to watch golf. You go for the experience. You people watch, you make those quirky observations, and you probably had this deep conversation with a couple drinks about how golf is a metaphor for life. You are always the intellectual, even at a party.
Oh, I'll take it.
Okay, good.
Thanks, Jen. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Hi, Terry. What's your sign?
Taurus.
Okay, for my Taurus, Terry, you were probably more focused on the food, drinks, and VIP lounges than actual golf. And honestly, no shame in that. Your love for comfort and good vibes made this experience a luxury retreat. So keep that energy. Treat yourself. It's not a waste. It's self-care for you guys.
That sounds about right.
I thought you were growling at first.
I know. What was that?
My dog's in the background. Let me know.
Oh.
All right, Terry. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks.
All right, so we have a text about Pisces, but let me tell you what I don't want you to change anything that you have Pisces handy?
Yeah.
Okay, listen to this. Johnjay and Rich, I'm listening to the podcast, trying to catch up, and I was listening to the horoscopes from Tuesday. And oh my God, I think that's the first time ever that the Pisces horoscope did not have the word dream or dreamy in it. I get so annoyed with their horoscope, usually because it always has one of those words in it, and I feel like they never get any variety. So, Rich is a Pisces. What do you have for Pisces?
Pisces, you romanticize the whole experience. The sun setting over the green is magical, and the sound of a perfect swing is poetic. And that overpriced drink in your hand, it's an essential prop for your movie-like experience. So keep daydreaming, Pisces. It makes everything way more fun.
I think that fits.
I know, my Pisces are dreamers, so it's true. You guys do
meet those
get
things.
the daydream.
I float around at those things.
You
I'm
do.
like, it's all fine.
Yeah, if anybody has a different word for the word dream, please let me know.
Delusional, Delulu.
Yeah.
What do you got for Libras?
Yeah, Libra, Kyle, you spent half the day deciding which drink to order and the other half weighing the pros and cons at staying at the 16th hole or walking to another part of the course. Indecision aside, you soaked up all the social atmosphere and you left with an even deeper appreciation for aesthetically pleasing golf outfits.
100.
Yep.
Nailed it. I mean, Johnjay went over to the 16th hole, and I was like, oh, I want to go over there in a little bit because my friends are over there. But I also want to be here so we can do some videos and have fun.
I know.
How about Virgo?
Johnjay, you were low-key stressed about how unorganized everything was, the crowds, the waiting, the chaos. It was like this logistical nightmare for you, and you had to take deep breaths to survive. But honestly, you left with a perfectly curated photo dump, so it's fine.
That's actually absolutely true. I was so annoyed by, and you guys didn't have to witness this, but I had to go from one side of the Bay Club to the other side, and that was so frustrating.
When you came back, you're like, you have no idea what I just went through.
no
I had to go
idea.
over there, and then up there, and then around there, and then around there. And then when I got there, that wasn't even the place.
Yeah, it was terrible. What about for Leo's?
Yeah, so for Leo's, we made the Open our personal runway. So whether it was a fresh outfit, sunglasses that scream celebrity, or an Instagram story lineup worthy of an influencer, we made sure that all eyes were on us. Golf was just the backdrop for our main character moment.
Also true.
I like that one.
Well, speaking of the Waste Management Open, we couldn't have done what we did without our friend Shanae. She was security for Waste Management Open, and she helped us. She treated us very VIP.
She gets us.
Shanae
Shanae's
the
amazing.
Gemini. Good morning, Shanae.
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you feeling today?
I'm hurting.
I feel great.
I use
Rightfully
all.
so.
I went to
use
bed
all
at
of my
7:30.
drinks.
I felt fine.
Went to bed at midnight. How about that?
Oh, and you're already up right now. Sheesh.
I know. How was
2:30.
Jelly Roll last night?
He actually had a huge crowd. So he did well.
Yeah, that's what's up.
All right, so what do you got for Geminis?
Geminis, this is you, Shanae, at the Waste Management Open, okay? Did you even watch the tournament, or were you just too busy talking to strangers, networking, and hopping from group to group? Your social butterfly tendencies were in full effect, and now you somehow have 10 new Instagram followers and plans for next weekend. Classic Gemini. And I mean, this is kind of true for you, Shanae, right? You're kind of running around, you're helping people in and out of where they need to be, so this is perfect for my Geminis.
Yep, that's me.
Thank you, Shanae.
Thank you. Have a good one,
Have
guys.
a great day. Hi, Addison. What's your sign?
Cancer.
All right, Cancers, you got way too emotionally invested in a golfer that you know nothing about, and now you personally feel responsible for their career. If they won, you are celebrating like you're their agent, and if they lost, you're still thinking about them today. So it's time to let some of these things go, okay, Cancers?
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Allison.
Hosier. Oh, by the way, if we missed your sign, they're all on our website right now. JohnJayandRich.com.
I need these beautiful things that I.
John Jay and Rich Sharman. You caught somebody cheating in a unique way?
Oh, I did. It was my husband. He was an over-the-road truck driver, and I had went out with him on a run with him, and we were at a truck stop, and we were getting ready for bed. Everything was getting closed up, and there was a knock on the door, and he gets up, and he answers it, and it's a lady saying, "Do you want some company?" And he said, "No, my wife's in the truck right now." And I was like, what? You're really going to say that you would invite her in if I wasn't here? And it wasn't his first time. He did admit it to me, and I'm like, oh, those darn lot lizards, and you're SOB. So after that, I was done. So yeah, I caught him cheating with a girl at a truck stop.
So that's how he says, he's like, no, my wife's here.
That was his exact words. He said, "No, my wife is in the truck with me," and I was. Oh, it was horrible. It was the worst thing I'd ever felt in my life, having been found out that he's cheating that way. So
Is
yeah,
he cheating
it
though?
wasn't
Because
good.
aren't lot lizards part of the trucking business? Like that's just something you just kind of like getting gas.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. That's where they work. That's where they live. That's where they stay. Yeah.
All right, Sharman, thanks for sharing that story with us. Have a great day.
All right. Thanks a lot. You too. Bye.
Hey, better wake up.
Wake up.
We're not radio.
Johnjay and Rich wake you up.
It's time for Stacks and Hacks. I got Stacks information. Rich has life hacks. According to a new study, mornings are actually the happiest time of the day for people. It's when people are more satisfied and less downbeat, less beat down. The least happy time is midnight or whenever you go to bed. So actually, I enjoy going to bed. I'm pretty happy when it's
I
time to
look
go to bed.
forward to going to sleep.
It is, but if you think about all the fights that you have with your sick other, it's probably late at night when everybody's tired. You know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
But mornings are the happiest, and you're listening to our show right now. I hope we're making you happy. You're making us happy. 63% of Americans watch TV while eating dinner. We're not allowed to do that in my house. That's one of the reasons back in the day, whenever my wife would take the kids away for spring break and go on vacation or summertime, I loved it because I could eat dinner and watch TV.
Is that a you rule or a Blake rule?
What? That's a family rule we made when we Just dinner's like there was some research about dinner and the family, and if you have it makes everybody stable and grow up to be good adults if they get dinner time with their parents. A poll of 3,000 Americans found buffalo wings are the best Super Bowl food, followed by chips, nachos, and then pizza. Also, another poll found 25% of Americans really like wearing suits. Never. I hate suits.
If you don't have to do a tie, I kind of like it.
93% of people believe hand washing is important for their health. The average person washes their hands 7.5 times a day.
7.5 times a day? I feel like that's a lot of hand washing.
I don't feel like that's enough.
I should probably be washing my hands more.
I just want to talk to the people who are part of that survey that didn't feel like it was important for their health. Like, what?
An Italian doctor has been placed under investigation after giving his own cat a CAT scan at a hospital. And then after hours, he performed a life-saving surgery on the cat. And he saved the cat. But
Why
he
do
did
they have a problem with that?
because it's at a hospital where people are, I guess.
But,
it's called
it was
a CAT
after
scan.
hours.
A woman is suing the Miami Marlins because she slipped on dog pee during an event where fans could bring their dogs to the stadium.
Ew.
Nearly half of Australia's birds and 90% of its mammals, reptiles, and frogs aren't found anywhere else on the planet, just there. There's enough cash. You ever thought about this? I thought about this as a kid. Like all the money in the world, all the money in the United States. If you grabbed all the money in America, there's enough for every single person in America, adults and kids, to carry $6,500 cash on them. That's how much actual circuit money is in circulation. Also, whenever you have an idea and you think, is that a good idea or a bad idea? In ancient Persia, people debated ideas twice. Once when they were sober, and then they would get drunk and debate the idea again. And if it sounded good in both states, they'd start acting on it.
I like that logic. It makes sense to me.
You might as well start it by having a couple of drinky poos first.
Have they done like all this
Right.
research on how when your like brain's impaired, you shouldn't make decisions?
I feel like that's when you get all your creative ideas, though, right? It's like when you're out having drinks with your friends or you're in the shower. Like those are the two ways to be innovative.
Maybe that's the modern version of it.
Do you know what the Slurpee capital of the world is? For over 20 years in a row? Doesn't make sense to me.
I would say Arizona because it's so hot and we need cold Slurpees.
The Slurpee capital of the world for more than 20 years in a row has been Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Their 7-Elevens have the highest sales of Slurpees per store.
Cold over there.
Are you guys familiar with the song Shaboozies, a bar song?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm familiar.
It just broke the record for the most weeks spent at number one in the history of Billboard radio songs charts.
Wow.
Number one in the history.
It's a good song.
It beat out The Weeknd's Blinding Lights.
Wow. Good for Shaboozy. That's awesome.
Rich, what do you have for life hacks?
We're talking about making decisions when you're not ready to make a decision, and that's today's life hack. In fact, I am going to make a bold statement here, people. This life hack, I hope you use for the rest of your life because it will change your life for the better. That's how bold this statement is.
Okay.
All right, so whenever you have to make a big life choice, here's what the experts say that you should do. Don't do it when you're groggy. Don't do it when you're feeling sluggish or when your brain isn't firing on all cylinders. And how do you get your brain to fire on all cylinders? Well, you exercise for 5 minutes before you take a new job, move to a new city, even buying something that's expensive. 5 minutes of high intensity exercise like jumping, squats, sprints, burpees, whatever gets your heart pumping. Exercise floods your brain with oxygen and endorphins, which improves cognitive function, enhancing problem solving, and literally helps you make better decisions under pressure. So do that. If you want to learn how to do that, we have all of the info up on our website, johnjayandrich.com.
Yeah, I was telling you the happiest part of the day is right when you wake up, right? It's the mornings. So I put together a little game that has to do with the happiest part of the day, right? What's today? Thursday?
Today's Thursday.
Yeah,
It's
Thursday.
Thursday, and Johnjay's got a game for you.
I'm going to play a famous person's laugh. You have to guess who the famous person is.
That's fun.
Okay? Because hopefully we make you laugh in the morning, make you smile. Kyle, you're first. What celebrity laugh is this? Who is this?
What? That could be anybody.
This person's famous for this laugh.
Okay, play it one more time.
Okay. Nick knows. He's all excited.
Is that Ernie of Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, Bert.
All right. Rich, I should give this to Peyton because I know she won't get it. Like I kind of want them to be hard sometimes, you know.
I'm like, what fun is it though when we can't get the right answer?
Well, give it to her anyway. She'll get it.
No, all right. You won't. I don't know if she'll get it.
I'm
but
not
sure
gonna get any of these. I'll tell you that right now. Go ahead. That's funny. Who is that?
Rich, who is that?
Is that Fran Drescher?
Fran Drescher.
Yeah, she's funny.
Like Fran from like the TV show. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cool.
All right, Rich, who's this?
Max Headroom.
Nope. Looking for Joker.
Oh,
the Joker.
That's a good one. Is that Mark Hamill's the Joker? That was a good one.
Kyle, I bet you'll get this one.
This is the kid in The Simpsons.
Yeah,
Like the
Nelson.
bully. Yeah.
All right, Peyton, maybe you'll get those. You said you won't get any of these, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Oh, is that Santa?
Yes. Okay, Rich, who's this?
Oh, Scooby-Doo.
That's right. Kyle, who's this?
Don't fail me.
SpongeBob?
Yes. Peyton, whose laugh is this?
That's Peter Griffin.
No. Rich, you know?
Is that Jim Carrey?
No. Voldemort.
Really? I don't think I've ever heard him laugh.
Okay. Kyle, who's this?
A witch?
What witch?
The Wicked Witch.
Yes! The Wicked Witch of the West. Yes. And that's my fun little game.
Yay!
It's Thursday and Johnjay's got a game for you.
So yesterday, we were talking about the unique ways that you caught someone cheating. Now, we got War of the Roses like in 15 minutes. And I think Anthony might have been listening to the podcast or something. But Anthony, so what I understand about you didn't catch someone cheating. Yours is a little different.
Yes. I actually was the one that got caught cheating.
Okay.
So a few years ago, well, actually sometime later, I was dating this girl for about a little over a year, and her best friend, they've been friends since 6th or 7th grade. She decided that she wanted to start to, I guess, test me, and her best friend, who's way better looking than her, no offense, she decided to reach out to me, text me, and essentially she posted a picture on social media that I didn't even know she took, and that's what got me busted. So
wait, you skipped a middle part
What was
there.
the picture of?
Okay, so all the picture it was me and her out in the backyard sitting by a fire, but there was like alcohol in the picture. So you could kind of tell, like, okay, what are they doing together? But
you and the friend?
Yes, me and her friend. And the crazy part is that her best friend, she, like, I'm talking about like best friends. She basically was like, hey, how you doing? She started saying, like, she doesn't deserve you. And I'm like, how'd you get my phone number? She's like, I stole it out of her phone. And she's like, sorry, I'm drunk right now. I think you're really cute. You're a really great guy. But she doesn't deserve you. I can't believe how she treats you. So I'm like, how does she treat me? Like, you know, like, kind of like, is there something I don't know? And because I feel like our relationship was doing good for, like, over a year. And so she's saying she won't tell me, like, and I'm like, is she doing something behind my back? And she's like, no, I'm her best friend. I won't say anything. And I'm like, okay. And so I kind of felt like I was getting set up. And so I had this conversation with her, and I said, hey, if one of my friends, my childhood friends, Cody, which she knew, if he were to ever, like, hit on you or you know, hint something, would you tell me? And she's like, I don't know. Would you want me to tell you? And I'm like, yeah, I would, of course.
So did you act on the cheating text? Like, did you take the bait, and that's how she caught you cheating?
No, I didn't. I didn't take the bait. I was like, oh, you know, you're her best friend. It's okay. You're drunk right now. I get it. And so she's like, So that's when she was kind of like hinting like something was up.
Wait, you're killing me with this story. So did you cheat or did you not cheat?
Okay, so let me get to that part.
Yeah, for crying out loud. It's like, how did you get busted cheating? And you said, I was a cheater. I was by a fire drinking alcohol.
So we were texting for not like every day, but like basically a week later from when that text started. She invited me over and she wanted to tell me something my ex was doing. And so I'm like, okay. And she brought me over. We started drinking. And we did end up hooking up.
Okay. There we go. Finally.
Okay.
There it is.
So it wasn't the picture by the fire. All right, Anthony. Okay. Wow.
I think he's just bragging right now. That's what I think.
Hallelujah. Oh, man.
But like,
okay.
that's wrong of the friend.
Thank you, Anthony. Yeah, no. That's good. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, brother. Bye-bye. Okay. Holy smokes. The number one show on Netflix right now is the OJ trial show, the whole OJ thing, right? Which is freaking amazing, right? It's so, I know you've seen it a million times, different stories, but this 4-part documentary is so well put together. It was number one for a while. Then it dropped down to number 2. Now it's back to number 1. And we got this message of somebody, and there's a problem. The message, this is somebody who kind of works with OJ, and they couldn't tell their story back in the day, but they legally can now, and I think she'll explain it in this voicemail. The problem is she gave us her phone number, and she's missing a digit in the number, so we can't call her back. But if this is you, I don't think it's on purpose. When you listen to her, what she says, if you know her or this is you, please call us back and give us your full number. Listen.
I'm a former flight attendant. I actually had OJ on my flight, and I was New Jersey based. I've got stories, and now I'm not a flight attendant. I can tell those stories, but I can tell you a little things about O.J. Simpson that I personally experienced.
And then she left her number, and she's missing a digit.
Boo.
Like, wouldn't that be cool to talk to? What if we cracked the case wide open because of our show?
Yeah. Why would she leave out a digit? Mm-hmm. Unless she's teasing.
Now, number 1 on Amazon is the Will Ferrell Reese Witherspoon movie, which I haven't seen, but Peyton, you did.
Yeah, it's called You're Cordially Invited. And it's cute. It's fine. It's okay.
It is?
It's cute.
Is it like a movie you want to watch?
Review.
You want to watch on an airplane, or is it a movie you say, or is it like you don't want to go to theater? It's not in the theaters,
You
but it's not.
definitely don't want to go to the theater. I mean, I wouldn't want to go to the theater, but like if I went to the movie theaters, it would be to get the popcorn, not to watch the movie.
So I feel like there's movies that you like watch it on an airplane.
For sure.
That's it's an airplane movie, and it's cute. It's Will Ferrell, and he's a dad, and basically his daughter and then Reese Witherspoon's sister in the movie booked the same wedding venue, and they're basically dueling it out for this wedding venue. And so,
but then they have a thing.
And then, that's kind of how I don't want to spoil it, but yes.
Of course. Where else is it going to go?
Because he's a single dad with a daughter. She's a single mom.
And she's single, and she's just like works in corporate and has like no friends, like is very distant.
She doesn't have a kid?
Doesn't have a kid.
Oh, I thought
it's her sister.
Okay.
And it's actually kind of fun because I really enjoyed watching Reese Witherspoon in it because it's not like her usual roles. Like, she was kind of a bee in the movie. And I was like, I kind of like this from you, Reese. Where did this come from?
So instead of being lovable, she's a little harsh.
And she's super harsh, and and she's very blunt forward in the movie, but then she has like a character arc, and then you like her at the end.
Okay. I started watching Dexter Original Sin yesterday.
Yes.
Dang, dude.
Good? Is it good?
You like it?
I like it because the way they cast it, like the people look like the real people from 20 years ago.
They've done good justice to the original Dexter.
But I also can't get Grant out of my head when they're trying to take his graduation photo. Think of something that makes you happy, and they cut to the American Psycho book, and he smiles. It's like, that's so dark.
Dude, Kate, my wife, when they cut to American Psycho, she was like, "That is you."
That is you. That's what I'm saying.
Are you guys both caught up?
I am.
I'm not. I'm just in the middle.
Last episode.
I know.
Whoa,
I know.
dude.
The twist. There's a twist.
There's a big twist.
I like that he's still alive after when they brought him back. I forget what that was called when he was in Alaska, and then you think he gets killed at the end. I like that they show you the scene like he's not dead,
right?
And it's like, thank God. Like, Dexter can live forever.
I know.
Although he's a serial killer.
Right.
I was going to say, you like him.
Isn't the premise of Dexter, it's like he's a serial killer that kills serial killers?
That's the whole
He kills bad people.
He kills bad people, yeah.
Okay. I've only seen a couple episodes of
And
Dexter.
it's so well done. The original Dexter is so well. It's one of my favorite shows, probably. It's in my top 5 of all time.
Oh, wow.
So this one, I'm still trying to accept the guy that plays young Dexter.
You know what? It took me, I think, 6 or 7 episodes, but Once I was like fully into the show, I really like him.
And it's on Paramount, right? Because I went to Peacock and I was like, wait, then I went to Paramount.
Yeah,
then
it's
I don't
Paramount
remember.
Plus.
Okay, good. Yeah. So the OJ thing is on Netflix. The Will Ferrell thing is on Amazon Prime Video. And the Dexter original Sin is on Paramount Plus. All right, we got tickets to the weekend later this hour, probably 25 minutes from now. You got to keep listening for the cue to call. First, though, we're going to get to War of the Roses. So, Whitney, what is going on in your world?
So I think that my boyfriend is cheating on me, and I already have my bags packed, but I just want to know if it's true.
Kyle, do we take this case?
I mean, her bags are packed. We got to take the case.
Packed. We got to take the case. Whitney, we're taking your case. War of the Roses starts next with Johnjay and Rich.
Not only do you need to know if they're cheating, you deserve to know the truth. War of the Roses, right now with Johnjay and Rich.
It's time for War of the Roses. We're going to find out who's cheating on who. Whitney, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
So, Whitney, welcome to the show and tell us your story.
Yeah, I really need your help because I feel like I'm losing my mind over this. So my boyfriend has been leaving comments on random influencers' pages, like flirty, fire emojis, all that kind of stuff. And to me, that's cheating, right? Like, why do you need to be doing all that when you have a whole girlfriend, a.k.a. me? You know, it just makes me feel like there's more to the story, and I can't shake the gut feeling that he's actually seeing someone behind my back. I really just need to know if it's physical, but honestly, I'm done either way. My bags are already packed, but I just want the truth before I walk out for good. You guys, please help me.
So do you mean you think he's having an affair with an influencer? Like, are there a bunch of influencers he leaves these comments on, or just one particular influencer?
It's like a bunch that I've seen, but I don't know if he's cheating on me with one or more than one, or if there's anything physical at all, but I do feel like there is something going on that's more serious than him just leaving comments.
Okay, but is it like an influencer with 3 million followers, or is it these people that call themselves influencers and they only have like 900 followers? And is it one person that you're particularly worried about?
Yeah, there is one person who doesn't have like millions of followers, like a smaller kind of influencer, you know. Yeah, there's one that I'm most concerned about.
I would go check his DMs.
I haven't looked through his phone, but, you know, when we're like hanging out, like in the evenings, like we're both back from work and we're just like on the couch and like, he's not even paying attention to me lately. He's just like on his phone. Ooh. And I see that he's like on Instagram and stuff and looking at all these girls' posts and everything. And that's how I saw that he was leaving all these flirty emojis and all of that. So
okay, that makes sense because at the beginning of the phone call, you said what I understood you to say, just him liking and putting fire emojis on other people's Instagram is cheating to you. But when you explained it like, hey, we're supposed to be together, and he's obviously involved in a totally another world.
That's weird.
And he's emotionally involved, even though it's not people he really reaches out and touches with. I get why you would feel a little spicy.
And Whitney, you said that no matter what, you're out. So even if he chooses you to send roses to, you're still going to break up with him?
Yeah, like I said, my bags are packed because his behavior with what I just said, with him like not really paying attention to me, just paying attention to all these girls online and doing all of this. And like, you know, that's not what I want in a relationship. So yeah, I mean, even if he does choose me, I've already decided that I'm out. But yeah, I really do need to know the truth for myself. I need to know if I'm right and that he is cheating on me.
Let's call him and see who he sends flowers to. What's his name, Whitney?
His name is Michael.
All right, we're going to call Michael, see who he sends the flowers to, his girlfriend Whitney or an influencer or somebody else. War of the Roses continues next. Johnjay and Rich, we're in the middle of War of the Roses. You got Whitney on the line. She thinks her boyfriend's cheating. He keeps leaving all these comments on all these influencer pages on social media. And he's always on his phone. He's always on Instagram. And they're just kind of seem a little disconnected. Which, by the way, that is enough. I mean, we've taken women's intuition, just a gut feeling that something was up. So, Whitney, your boyfriend, Michael, are you ready for us to call him?
Yes, I am.
More important, Kyle, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you
I'm
ready?
ready.
Let's go.
Hello?
Hi, is Michael available?
Yeah, this is Michael.
Oh, perfect. Hi, Michael. So it's kind of your lucky day. So my name's Erin. I'm with a new company. We're called J&R Flowers. And we have this new marketing campaign that you've been chosen for, and it's really cool. So I'm just going to tell you very briefly about it. It's a social media influencer campaign, and you get to be our micro-influencer. So basically, you get to send our most romantic bouquet of roses. There are a dozen long stem red roses. You can send it to anyone you want. It's totally free for you. We just ask in return that you post about us on whichever social media platform you use the most.
Did you get this from social media?
They just hand me a list in the morning, so I'm not really sure how we choose you, but it is really cool. I mean, it's a pretty pricey bouquet on its own, and it makes quite the splash, so it's going to definitely impress someone in your life.
So, okay. I just feel like this is one of those things where you're going to need all my info so that you can send me 1,000.
I'm actually glad you said that, Michael. I actually don't need your email address. I don't need your personal address. I don't even need a credit card or anything like that from you. We are going to send the roses out with a card, and I usually say this is your chance to personalize it. Like I said, it's our most romantic bouquet on its own, but some people like to get fun or flirty, or some people get dirty or whatever on the card. Get ready, a message that you want to send, and we can actually get it sent out today. That's really all the information that I'll need from you.
It sounds like you're pushing.
We're not going to spam you, is what I'm saying.
It sounds like you're pushing for you. Some people go dirty. So
I'm just saying, I've seen it also. Some people aren't comfortable writing what they really want. So I'm just saying, whatever you want to write on there, you can write.
I hear you. So I don't have to give you any credit card information, is what you're telling me.
Nope. Just let me know the message and we can get them sent out.
All right. Yeah. Then, let's. Yeah. Why not?
Exactly. Why not? So I'm just ready whenever you are.
Oh, okay. Then I'll put, can't wait to see you again. Last night was amazing. I think that's just it. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
Okay, perfect. Do you want a Love Michael, XOXO, something like that?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. And then who do you want me to address this to?
Samantha?
Samantha.
Wow. Okay, so Samantha, that's who you're sending the flowers to?
Whitney, what are you doing? You set me up on some phone call? This is like it. You're always up in my you're setting me up. You're always up in my business.
No, okay, yeah. Now I'm the problem here? You think I'm the problem here? Maybe if you weren't running around like some discount womanizer, I wouldn't have to be up in your business and doing this.
You are being absolutely dramatic again.
Michael, let me jump in here for a second. Michael, you're on War of the Roses, Johnjay and Rich show, which you could probably guess.
Yeah, wow.
So you think I'm being dramatic here? You're the one getting caught cheating on live radio. You look like the actor, just so you know.
Dude, first of all, it's not even what you think. And to go to this length, just unbelievable to me.
Well, what is it? If it's not what she thinks, what is it?
I don't need to explain myself to anybody.
Yeah, got your tongue, Michael. Could have come up with an excuse quick enough.
It's probably what we think.
Yeah. I mean, you're sending roses to another. Who did you see? You saw Samantha last night. You're
can't wait to see her again.
Can't wait to see you. What were you and Samantha doing? Be honest with your girl.
I've been talking to someone, and that's it. I've been talking to someone because I've needed some form of getting away from nonstop pressure, all in my every single day.
Are you kidding me? No. You know what? I'm not even interested in hearing your explanation and listening to what you have to say. I am done. My bags are packed, and you can go play house with Samantha or whoever else you've been sneaking around with. I hope he enjoys dealing with your lying, gaslighting, broke ass.
Okay. He definitely sounds like a discount womanizer.
I'm sorry.
Hate to hear that language.
Yeah, you know Whitney's been wanting to call him that for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Whitney, you going to be okay?
Well, now that I know that my gut feeling was correct, and so I feel validated in that, and also knowing that I made the right decision to pack my bags and be done with him.
Wash your hands of this, girl. You don't deserve it.
Bye-bye.
All right, Michael. Hey, thanks for jumping on the air with us, man.
Yeah, I suspect it was just a friend, honestly, guys. Like, it was flowers to thank her for sitting down with me and talking.
Okay.
For a while.
Okay, so now he had time to think of his lie. You're a little too late.
Yeah, and his whole demeanor.
Just friends.
And also he sounded like friendly.
Yes.
We're just an amazing
believe you.
She did a little striptease for me.
Little buddy mine. Got to set her flowers.
All right, that's War of the Roses with Johnjay and Rich. Yesterday, we were getting into unique ways that you caught someone cheating. We just did War of the Roses. Brandy has a unique way she caught her boyfriend cheating. Good morning, Brandy.
Good morning.
So what happened?
Yeah, so he got pulled over. I was with him. He ended up going to jail for having his license revoked. And he left me with his car keys, his wallet, and said, do X, Y, Z to get me out of jail. This was the day before Thanksgiving, so he was really adamant about not spending the night. So I get everything done, and I go to a bondsman's office, and I'm ready to get him out. And I hear this young girl answer the phone and say, oh, my gosh, Paul's in jail. So I went over to her and tapped her on the shoulder, and I said, I need to talk to you. So we go outside, and she gets off the phone, and I show her his wallet, his ID, and I said, is it this, Paul? And, of course, it was. So we get in his car, and we chat and, you know, put all the pieces of the puzzle together. And, yeah, so we were seeing the same guy for about 8 months.
Oh, wow.
And
Well, how did you know right away when you hear Paul's in jail? There's lots of people named Paul.
I don't know. It just, a light bulb went off. I don't know.
That's that women's intuition right there.
But it's not like there's 45 people in the lobby of the bondsman place.
I guess that's true.
I mean, so what were you saying? It worked out what?
The way he made it happen was, I worked second shift. This girl was still in high school. So when I went to work, he would hang out with her because she just got out of school. While she was in school, he was hanging out with me. So we never crossed paths until that day, of course.
What a slimy mo.
I know, and I'm glad that you trusted your intuition and got out of there. Did she end up leaving him too?
No. I left her with his car keys, his wallet, and said, he's all yours, honey. And I guess she trashed everything, but then got back with him. I don't know.
Wow.
I didn't follow it, so.
Well,
yeah.
That's definitely a unique way.
Yeah.
You overhear a conversation in a bail bondsman's office. Very good. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you for sharing that story with us.
Yeah, have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
I've been throw up the sex in put you in.
Johnjay and Rich. We are going to play a game. We need a contestant for weekend tickets, 877-937-1047. Before we do that, though, Jill has a unique way. I think a friend of yours, right? You caught. How did this person catch somebody cheating, Jill?
So I had a coworker who was having a baby with her baby daddy. So she finds out that her baby daddy bought a crib. So she's at his house. She goes to his house, and she wants to see the crib. And he's kind of blocking his way to the baby's room. And she pushes her way through, and she sees the baby's room is all decorated pink. And she's having a boy.
Oh, my gosh.
Turns out he's having a baby with another woman, and that baby's a girl.
That's crazy.
At the same time.
How messy.
At the same time.
So did he have another room painted a different color? Like, was he just going to be the dad to one kid?
It's like, wrong room.
I guess. And it's been years now, so I don't know how that all shook out.
Okay.
But that's what was crazy to me, and who knows, maybe the pink baby was coming first, and then he was going to do the blue one. I don't know, but that was insanity.
I don't think he thought it through.
Right.
It doesn't sound like he thought it through.
Oh, thank you, Jill. Thank you so much for sharing that story with us.
Bet. Bye.
Okay. Hi, Chelsea.
Hey, good morning.
All right, you're our contestant. We're playing Smartest in the Room.
Let's go.
I'm the smartest in the room.
I ask questions, you answer them, you get them right.
Smartest in the room.
You'll get a point. It's that easy. You're going to be going up against Johnjay, Kyle, and Peyton, all, by the way, who have been victors before in Smartest in the Room. So, Johnjay, we start with you. 30 seconds starts as soon as I ask my first question. Johnjay, Kanye's current wife is the most Googled person in the world. What is her name?
Bianca Censori.
In what state is Mount Rushmore?
Washington. Virginia.
What is the relationship between potential cabinet member RFK and JFK?
Uncle and nephew.
What bird is the universal sign of peace?
Dove.
What is the name of the winged horse in Greek mythology?
Pegasus.
What U.S. city is Kanye from?
Chicago.
What are the two most popular spices in the world?
Salt and pepper.
What sport is dubbed the king of all sports?
Roasted.
I said good day.
Golf.
Okay, so actually,
good.
you did pretty good. Most popular spices in the world, pepper and mustard. What sport is dubbed the king of sports? It's soccer. And the state that Mount Rushmore is in is South Dakota. Other than that, you had quite a run there, Kyle. That means that you got to be on your game to knock out Johnjay here. 30 seconds starts as soon as I ask you your first question. Kyle, name any player from the current Super Bowl-bound Eagles team.
Ha! Oh, Jalen Hurts.
Name one of the witches in Wicked.
Glinda.
What meat is most commonly used in shepherd's pie?
Beef.
Who most recently hosted the Golden Globes?
The comedian. Her name. Nikki Glaser.
Jim Henson is the creator of what beloved characters?
Muppets. No, Muppets. And
a mandrill is what type of animal?
An andrel?
A mandrill.
Mandrill.
Or mandrill.
It's a bird.
Well, roasted.
I said good day.
Actually, you did really good. Don't think that you did, because you did really good. A mandrill is actually a monkey, and the meat that is most commonly used in shepherd's pie is lamb. But, I mean, other than that, you cruised through the rest of them. You got them right. So, pretty fierce competition. Peyton,
okay.
It's over to you. I know that you were on fire today with enthusiasm and energy, and you were ready to kick some butt. All right, here we go. Who just launched the beauty brand called Sacred, spelled with the C? In 72, what was the last team to win every single game in a season, including the Super Bowl?
Cowboys.
Who just won the Grammy for Best New Artist?
Not Doechii. Doechii, I guess. I know it's not her, but Doechii.
What does the acronym IYK?
In case you missed it.
Okay.
If you know, you know.
What continent is in all four hemispheres?
Continent?
What continent?
I don't know what a continent is.
All right. Fair enough.
I know it's in the world, but I couldn't tell you. I don't know the answer to your question.
Oh, Peyton.
The continent that is in all four hemispheres, so that you know for later, if you know, you know, is Africa. Chapel Roan won the Grammy.
Sorry, girly.
And the Miami Dolphins was the team that went undefeated all season long and for the Super Bowl. Okay. All right, it is up to you, Chelsea. You have some fierce competition in Peyton, kind of, sort of, and Kyle and Johnjay. So we start with you. Okay, in addition to being an awesome singer, what TV show is Carrie Underwood currently a judge on this season?
American Idol.
What sport is played at the Waste Management Open?
Golf.
What country's flag features an eagle snacking on a snake?
United States.
What is the name of
Mexico?
What is the Chinese AI app that is #1 on the App Store right now?
TikTok.
Saturday Night Live is celebrating how many seasons?
What? That was the question?
Yeah. How many seasons?
70.
Ooh, that's a lot.
I said good day.
It's their 50th. You actually... you got close. The app that is the AI app is called DeepSeek. The country's...
After I said TikTok, I knew that was wrong.
Yeah, that's okay. All right, you got the Mexico flag right, and you got the rest of them right, too. So you did pretty good. So Grant is here to tally up the score.
Guys.
G-Money.
It was... What's up? Hey, dude. It was a heater of a game today. But ladies and gentlemen, with 5 points, remaining undefeated and smartest in the room, Johnjay Van
Oh,
Ness.
no way.
That's tough to get 5. 5 and 30 seconds is tough.
Okay, so Chelsea, I'll give you my tickets if you can answer this question. No, hold on. You have to, because Peyton had a question, and then because of Peyton's question, I then gave myself a question, and I'm trying to get the answer right. And I know Kyle will know the answer to this question. What is the name of the mascot for the Miami Dolphins? Ace Ventura.
Is that the real name?
I don't know.
Oh my god! I've seen that show so many times, and it's been so long.
What is it? I think I know what it is. Snowflake. Is it a snowflake?
Yeah, you're right. It is Snowflake.
Is that the real name of it?
I don't know.
But then the movie, that's what it is.
Is it the real name of the real Miami Dolphins?
I have no idea. I don't know any Dolphin fans.
Miami Dolphins mascot.
Remember, what was the line? He goes, "Here's Snowflake," and he goes, "That is not Snowflake."
Not Snowflake.
Not Snowflake.
It's called TD.
TD, yeah.
Oh, it is? So was it ever Snowflake or just for the movie?
Snowflake's cooler.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, and it's short for touchdown.
Oh, that's fine. So they just made it up? That's so disrespectful.
I agree.
You know what?
Snowflake it is.
That's going to be a problem.
It says it's also seen as Flipper on Ace Ventura.
Flipper?
Oh.
They might got that wrong.
Who's
sounds
Snowflake?
familiar.
Is it a snowflake?
But I do remember Snowflake.
Yeah, I feel like it
I'm
was
going to watch it now.
Miami Dolphins had a dolphin named Snowflake as the mascot.
Oh, they did. So he was, and then probably passed away, and they got another one.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Flipper was the first one.
Okay.
And then now they have TD.
Okay. Well, Chelsea, you can have tickets to the weekend. You get them.
Oh, my God. Johnjay, thank you. You just made me mother of the freaking year because my son and daughter both love both of The Weekend and Playboy Cardi. So thank you like a million times.
Right on. Great. Awesome. Hold on the line. Hold on. We'll switch up. Thank you for listening.
Missed a part of the show this morning? No worries. It's all there on iHeartRadio.
You know, we've had Kanye on the show like about 3 times, I think. And I'm a huge fan of his documentary and the way he manifested winning a Grammy, being a billionaire and all that stuff. Now, a lot of stuff in his personal life, I'm a little like, but I still get entertained by him. And I know he did a podcast yesterday. And I'm just like, how do we get him on a podcast?
I know.
Like, how does that happen? But anyway,
I know. It was the Download podcast, and on it, he actually kind of really opened up about a lot of things with his mental health, and he actually explained how his wife helped him realize that he was actually misdiagnosed with bipolar disorder.
I went to this doctor, one that worked with Justin Bieber, one that worked with, I'm not even going to name other names and stuff. My wife took me to do that because she said something about your personality doesn't feel like it's bipolar. I've seen bipolar before. She's educated, so I've seen bipolar before, and come to find out it's really a case of autism that I have. And autism takes you to a Rain Man thing.
And that's why, Johnjay, you said you think Kanye's taking a page out of your book because you've recently realized that.
Yeah, about a couple months ago, I took a test. And I think I was 9
on Instagram, on TikTok, right?
I was a 9 out of 10 being on the autism spectrum. I get you, Kanye.
You guys are saying he's Yeezy. We call you Wheezy.
I think one of the biggest things that Kanye's been a part of as of recently is his wife getting naked on the Grammys red carpet.
That's where we differ a little.
Which is
my wife dresses like Mary Poppins.
Yeah, which is why there's a clip that has like gone re-viral of back in the day when Kanye West was married to Kim Kardashian, and she was getting ready for an award show. I don't think it was the Grammys. I think it was something else, but he didn't like her outfit because it was too sexy.
Looking at my wife, like, oh, my girl needs to be just like the other girl, showing her body off, showing this, showing that. And I didn't realize that that was affecting like my soul and my spirit as someone that's married and loved and the father of 4 kids. Of course, it's like a formal underwear. It's hot. It's like, it's hot for who though?
So like the night before the Met, you're going to come in here and say that you're not into a corset button. I don't need any more negative energy for you to now say that you're not into me wearing a tight dress.
You are my wife, and it affects me when pictures are too sexy.
So what changed? It's not okay for Kim to be sexy, but Bianca, really, I mean, just show it all everywhere you go.
Okay, so let me guess. Let me try to guess here what I think would change. At the point of that clip, did they have kids yet?
Yes.
4.
Okay,
they had 3. They had 3 kids, and 1 was on the way.
Then I would say, just trying to guess, put myself in his shoes, that's the mother of his children.
That's what he said in the clip,
and and it's like that's different than this. Now, if he has
some woman that you're just parading around as a prop, like I feel actually really bad for Bianca because do you really love her, Kanye, or are you just having her as your little handbag? Like that's lame. That's lame of him.
Getting back to the bipolar thing, in his album, I think it was YOUUU, the album YOUUU, doesn't he talk, as one of his songs, he talked about being bipolar? I wonder if he's going to change the lyrics if he ever sings in concert.
Maybe you just won't sing that song anymore because things have changed. And the thing is like, you evolve as a person, so you're not always going to feel the same way about things. I think there is a point to what Johnjay was saying, was that like Bianca isn't the mother of his kids, so maybe that's why he changed his tune on that, because before they had kids, he didn't really care if Kim was dressing super sexy or not.
At the Grammys, the day after the Grammys were on the air, and I was talking about the Taylor Swift Easter eggs. I was like, there has to be something. And I was talking about the T on her leg. And I go there, and then Noah brought up the red dress or something like that. So are there more?
So I guess a bunch of Swifties are like, everyone missed it. They were looking at the obvious Easter egg, and Taylor's not about the obvious Easter egg. So apparently, if you look at her jewelry, there are 12 little beads on the jewelry. They counted the number of beads, and everyone's like, that's her, hinting at TS12, which would be her next album, because the last album that she announced, TS11, she wore like a jewelry piece that had 11 jewels on it or something like that. And so everyone's like, everyone missed it, but TS12, the announcement's probably coming, because last time it was 28 days after she wore the 11 jeweled piece.
Well, if you're going to numeral order or whatever, 12 would be next.
I mean, but like, I'm sure Taylor Swift's PR team loves all of the Swifties because they do all the work for them.
Yeah, they don't have to try anymore.
They don't even have to think about what the Easter eggs are. Like, yep, we're going to run with that one. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't realize you had 12 beads on that.
How coincidental.
Well, there you go. That's what we're going to do.
How perfect, because you're on album number 12.
Right. That's amazing. How did we do that?
Carmela, thanks for holding. You're on the air.
Hi. So, dude, I need advice because I honestly feel like I'm about to be living in a reality show. So I have two roommates, and they both just started dating, and they're both girls. And I'm happy for them. Of course, I'm happy for them. But low-key, I'm freaking out because one of them has never dated a girl before, like ever. I feel like that's just a recipe for drama. And you know, the other thing is, what if they break up? And now I'm stuck in living with these people because we signed, you know, a year lease. And it gets worse. Here's the real kicker. Before they got together, the one roommate who's never dated a girl, she used to flirt with me.
She used to fart with you?
No, flirt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Fart buddy.
Yeah, and I guess you could say it's not serious, like it's just flirting, but still it's enough that it's making me like nervous, making me wonder, like, is this just a phase? Is this for real? If it's for real, are things going to go south? And am I going to get dragged into this whole mess? And I really don't want to referee this relationship in my house, but I also don't want to be walking on eggshells in my apartment. So am I overthinking this, or is it as messy as it sounds?
I mean, coming from a girl that used to date girls, that sounds like a recipe for disaster. Sounds like drama to me, and I would be so thankful that you only signed a year lease so you can get the heck out of there.
Did you live through this or something, Peyton? Do you get it? Like,
I don't get it, but I know I dated a girl, and girls are crazy, and especially, like, I was the girl that had never dated a girl before. My ex had always dated girls, and I think that's why our
Did
relationship...
you live with her?
I mean, she stayed at my house all the time, I guess.
Did you have a girl roommate?
I lived by myself when I was with her,
you
so
did?
no, I never had that problem. But, like, sometimes when you're a girl and you've never dated girls, you don't know what the heck you want. You know what I mean? And then you're dating a girl who knows what they want, and then you get into trouble, and it gets sticky. And I would stay so far away from that, Carmela, if I was you.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Well, let me tell you this.
I know, I'm sorry.
My 2 cents is this: whether or not it was girls dating, if you, no matter what the sexes are, if your 2 roommates are dating, it's going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah,
it doesn't
especially,
matter.
you know, a fight, you're hearing that,
Right. You know what you don't hear a lot, though? Like, you know, like Peyton just said, Peyton can totally relate to this. She's like, you know, when I used to date girls, like, you don't really hear, like, you know, a guy go, when I used to date guys, you know what I mean? Like, they date guys. It's almost like once a guy dabbles in that, they never go back.
It's true.
It must be amazing to be gay. Hold on a minute. Let me see what I got going next
I just
week.
realized that wasn't who I was.
Well, yeah, I mean, roommate drama is always going to be there. Something's going to happen anyway. So you just got to be ready for the
Yeah, and
storm.
like be homies with them, be chill, like be the fun third wheel. Hopefully, you know, things don't blow up and combust or whatever. But
be prepared.
But be prepared
for that. Be prepared with an eye of entertainment, because
That's
I think
true.
it'd be fun to sit back, get some popcorn, and watch things
get your
happen.
popcorn
Yes.
Yeah. It's a tough one,
Sounds
Carmela.
tricky. You got to keep us updated, though, Carmela, because I'm sure there's going to be some drama, and we're going to want to know.
Or jump in, and the three of you have fun.
Stop it. No.
Oh my gosh.
And like you said, reality show, but maybe the OnlyFans show.
Then make it more messy.
And more money.
Okay, all right. I will keep you guys posted. Thank you
All right.
so much.
Thank you, Carmela. Have a great day. It's Johnjay and Rich.
I wanna be next to you.
Johnjay and Rich. Good morning, Dorothy.
Good morning.
Did you happen to text our show at all?
Yeah, I do frequently.
No, but did you? Are you calling right now to play the game
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
for Tina Fey and Amy Poehler tickets?
yeah. They're like my complete idols. Like I started doing improv because of them, and I went to buy tickets too late, so I kind of need to win these tickets.
Okay, let's play a game.
It's time for Pop 10s.
Okay, Dorothy. It's time for Pop 10. As you just heard, the sky's the limit with points here. You just have to get creative. Now, so to give you a little feel for the game, I'll let Johnjay, Rich, and Peyton go ahead of you so that you get a leg up on the competition, okay?
Perfect. Thank you.
Excellent. Johnjay, we will start with you. Since Tina Fey and Amy Poehler tickets are up for grabs, every single topic has to do with the duo, okay? Tina Fey and Amy Poehler are in the movie Mean Girls. So, Johnjay, you've got 10 seconds to name as many TV or movie villains as you can. Go.
Joker, Riddler, Iceman, Hitler. Who else is there? Silence of the
done.
Lambs killer.
It's a pretty good start, Johnjay.
Okay.
Pretty good start.
Thanks.
You're just warming up, though, I can tell. Richard Berra, both Tina and Amy also star in a movie together called Sisters. So, Rich, you have 10 seconds on the clock to name as many famous sisters that you can. Go.
Venus and Serena, Solange and Beyonce. Let's see, the Kardashians, Kim, Khloe, and the Jenners.
Oh, I thought you were gonna fly with that one first, but still already in the lead, Rich, which means Peyton, you are up. Tina Fey and Amy Poehler are both comedians, so you've got 10 seconds on the clock to name as many things that you can are just kind of universally funny. Go.
Fart jokes, your mom jokes, yo mama jokes. Johnjay, Rich, Kyle, y'all are hilarious. Love ya. What else is universally funny? Oh my gosh, turtles out in the wild. They're so cute and so funny. They little waddle.
Okay, I love it. Okay, so Dorothy, now you kind of know the name of the game. You are playing tickets, or you're playing for tickets that you're going to go and you're going to go laugh in this theater at a comedy show. So, Dorothy, you've got 10 seconds on the clock to name any other thing that you may do at a comedy show other than laugh. Go.
Sit, giggle, snarkle, text, take photos, buy drinks, eat popcorn, touch your friend, meet a new friend.
Wow. Dorothy is not playing, you guys.
Yeah, Dorothy, she said she needed these tickets.
She
so
literally came with it.
She actually is playing.
Yeah, she is, but she's not playing around is what I meant. Thanks for that, Johnjay. So, you're losing right now, Johnjay, so you're going to need to do better this round. You've got a shot to redeem yourself right here. Tina Fey was a writer for SNL, as we all know. So, Johnjay, you've got 10 seconds to name as many stars that came from SNL as you can. Go.
John Belushi, Will Ferrell, Fred Armisen, Dan Aykroyd, Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd.
A very good round for you, Johnjay. Brought you back into the lead there. But let's see if Rich can beat you.
Let's go.
Tina stars in the movie called Date Night, Rich, and you like to frequent date nights with your wife. So it should be easy for you to name as many fun dates that you can in 10 seconds.
Putt-putt golf, bowling, going to a park, having a picnic, going out to dinner someplace fancy, making dinner at home.
Swingers Club.
That one was a private.
That's pretty good. Literally only 1 point above Johnjay at this point, but Peyton and Dorothy both had more points with you going into round two. So let's see where this brings us. Peyton, Tina Fey and Amy Poehler make a great duo. It's undeniable. So, Peyton, you've got 10 seconds on the clock to name as many great duos in TV and movies as you can. Go.
Katie and Regina George, Dumb and Dumber, Snow White and her dwarfs, I think. And then, I don't know if that counts. Who else is a good? Oh, the duo in Superbad. Oh, the Step Brothers duo. They're a good one.
Okay.
Sorry, I failed that
I'm not going
round.
to count the last two, but
Dang it.
but no, you did pretty well. You're actually in the lead right now. Dorothy, I feel like this is going to be an easy win for you, okay? You do need to be Peyton. She is in the lead right now. But for your question, Amy Poehler is in the movie Inside Out and Inside Out 2. Great movies. Hopefully you saw them, because if you did, it's really going to help you with this one. You've got 10 seconds, Dorothy, to name as many of the emotions in both movies as you can. Go.
Ennui, anger, envy, joy, anxiety,
I don't think we've ever had this before.
Oh my gosh, is it a tie?
We have a tie between Peyton and Dorothy.
Oh, Dorothy, because I want to go to this show too. So it's
okay.
All right, I'll take you, girl.
Name is your buzzer. So, Dorothy, if you know this, you're going to want to chime in really quickly.
Okay.
The question is, name one of Tina Fey or Amy Poehler's movies.
Dorothy. Mean Girl.
Mean Girls wins the game! I'm so glad you get to go.
You won fair and square too. Good job.
All right, Dorothy, hold on the line. We will set you up with those tickets. We're also going to do it again tomorrow, too, every single day. All right, hold on. Congratulations. You always push the text line. Text JJR, whatever's on your mind, to 96893. Lori, send us a text. What's up, Lori?
Good morning.
Good morning.
So, I sent you guys a text because me and my boyfriend had this bet going, or this game going, saying if he finds you guys, then I have to get Morgan Wallen tickets. And then if I find you guys, he has to buy the Morgan Wallen ticket. But we never found you guys, so I feel like Johnjay owes me Morgan Wallen tickets because that's my birthday weekend, too.
Well, I figured, where were you looking for us?
Well, we met you guys last year when you guys were coming out of the box at the 16th hole, and we took a picture with you guys. So we're like, let's try it again this year. But we were, like, all over the place because I was trying to find Jelly Roll and I was trying to find Luke Bryan and, just everybody. So we found Luke Bryan on the way, but we were just, like, all over the place. But when we were having lunch at the Veterans Outpost, that's when you guys were at the 16th hole and you guys took your picture. So we were trying to make our way back that way, but it was crazy yesterday.
Oh, no.
That's such a fun bet. Lori, next time, though, you just got to cheat the game. You should have just DM'd us on Instagram. We would have linked up with you.
That would
and
have
we
been
would
smart.
have made that man and get those tickets for you.
But then my boyfriend would have known, and he's like, you cheated, so you still have to get tickets.
I
And that
get
won't
it,
be
yeah.
fair.
I'm like, if you aren't cheating, you're not trying very
Are
hard.
you going today?
No, I'm at work right now. I'm actually in between patients. So Nick was like, okay, well, good thing we caught you at the right time.
I feel like you win because you're on the phone with us right now, not your boyfriend.
She didn't find us.
Yep.
I mean,
What's your boyfriend's name?
His name is Matt.
Matt, you better buy these tickets for her. Morgan Wallen. Come on, dude.
All right,
She's
Lori.
a good one.
Thank you, Lori, for texting and listening. I'm sorry we missed you this year.
I know, we were kind of bummed too, but we still had an awesome time.
It's too bad you're not going. Rich is there every day, all day.
Yep, that's my thing. You know how I love golf.
All right, have a great day. Actually, it's so funny because it's so different than last year's weather. Like, it was
I know.
sunny
Yeah.
and beautiful. It's like you're walking around, and I always have this conversation with my wife right around this time where I go, is it going to get cold again, or is this where it starts getting really hot?
I know.
You know what I mean?
Same thing with Scott.
Because you're like, oh, this is so perfect. Wait a minute. Because I remember it was like May, I guess, last year is when it got, or actually before May.
Yeah, it was.
And just
It was
got
100.
unreasonably hot too soon.
It was 100 for over 160
Like,
days in a row.
I need more cold days before we get to this greatness.
Or like beautiful days. Like
Yeah.
70. We
Yeah,
need like
give
more
us, like,
days
a
in the
more
70s
70s days.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Kyle, let's come up with 3 things you need to know.
Harry Potter fans have a new collectible item they're going to want to chase down. I'll tell you what it is next with Johnjay and Rich.
Good morning. Wake up every morning. Start your day with Johnjay and Rich.
I wake up with my favorite artist.
Hey, this is Sabrina Carpenter.
What's up, guys? This is Post Malone.
It's Benson Boone, and you're waking up with Johnjay and Rich.
Kyle, what do you got for three things?
Harry Potter fans have an edible collectible to track down. Goldfish has released butter beer flavored goldfish. The graham cracker snack's inspired, of course, by the iconic Harry Potter drink. This should excite Harry Potter fans. I know, Rich, you are a Harry Potter fan.
I am.
So just so you know, the butterbeer goldfish will be available for a limited time starting in March.
He didn't recognize Voldemort's laugh, though.
I did not.
That's true. But he knows butterbeer.
You don't really hear Voldemort crack up a lot during the Harry
That's
Potter.
why it's so special.
Yeah. So researchers wondered why people cheat on little tasks like completing crossword puzzles or Wordle or counting calories sometimes. And they actually did research on this and found that when cheating offers the opportunity to improve your self-perception, people do it.
That's why people buy followers.
Because they want to feel smarter or maybe feel like they're more popular online or whatever. And they said they convince themselves they're not cheating. But they you'll find an extra reason to be like, it's not really cheating. It's just like a Wordle game. It's not a big deal.
I would have figured that out on my own if I wasn't cheating.
Oh my gosh, I'm so smart. I got this Wordle. So there's really nothing else other than that. Just know that it's just human nature. You're not alone if you do it. So they also were trying to figure out, are there white lies in a relationship that can actually make your relationship healthier? Could lying be good for relationships?
Yes.
Or does telling the truth strengthen romantic relationships?
I don't think so.
I say yes to both those.
Yes, you're incorrect. In this research, they actually just found that telling the truth is best even when it hurts, because being more honest and expressing whatever it is going to come with more respect. Like, I respect you so much that I'm willing to tell you this truth, even if it hurts. No, those probably aren't the best pants for you to wear. You could say it in a nice way, but truth is always going to triumph over the lies.
Interesting. That's interesting to I remember when I was really starting to date, one of the first things my grandma ever told me, she was like, they don't have to know everything. That was her advice to me. They don't have to know everything. She's been married and
she got a dark past.
So is that the best advice?
Of course, 3 times. But my grandma is a boss bee. She left those men because they were not worthy of her.
She didn't tell them everything.
Good.
But literally, she was like, they don't have to know everything. Keep some stuff to yourself.
All right.
Okay, take that advice as you will. And that's 3 things you need to know.
Remember yesterday we were talking about Rich was keeping a tally on how many times his wife lost his phone.
Yes.
And I said, well, I do that with my wife. Always says, I'll go,
Yes.
Check out this text. Yesterday's podcast about secret tallies with your significant other. A couple of years back, my husband had a bad drinking stint. So instead of griping about it, I would put a little blue dot on the calendar for each day he had a drink. Never made a big deal about it. Never said anything about it. Just kept it to myself. A few months into it, he finally asked me. He goes, "What are those blue dots?" There were more blue dots in the months than not blue dots, and it was a wake-up call for him emotionally and financially.
Oh wow!
Right.
Look at that.
Visually see that though, right? Because
Yeah,
when you get a drink, whether it's a beer or a cocktail, it's probably ranging between $8 to $14.
Mm-hmm.
On average, you're doing that every day.
Adds up.
Ooh, it does add up.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get you $1,000. Speaking of money, Kiss wants to pay your bills. We're going to do that in less than 15 minutes. You listen for the keyword, you enter it at 1047kissfm.com. You're qualified for $1,000. Pay your bills. Powered by Lerner and Rowe. Also, big news just dropped. Kelly Clarkson's head back to Vegas with a brand new residency starting July. Next week, all week, every day, we got your tickets. Thanks, man. Started way too soon. Want to start it again?
Yeah, let's do that again.
Start it again.
Let's retry that again.
How much time is left? How much
Could have
is
just
that?
said, we got your tickets.
I know, but then
right there.
because there's more. We got your tickets. We got a hotel stay and a gas card. That starts next week. Here's Sabrina Carpenter on Kiss FM. Grammy winner.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
There's an efficient way to get caught up on a lot of news. It's called The 7 from The Washington Post. It's a newsletter and podcast. Whether you're reading or hit play, you get 7 stories you need to know, and you can consume it all in just a few minutes. The 7 is out every weekday morning by 7 a.m. Eastern. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'm one of the writers, and I host the show. Find The 7 podcast wherever you're listening. The newsletter link is waiting for you in the show notes.
Deciding on what to listen to is hard. Using Zumo to stream music from iHeart 90s Radio is easy. Or play iHeart Country or Hip Hop Beats. Your choice, all for free. Stream easy with Zumo Play. Get live and on-demand entertainment with no logins, no signups, no accounts, no hassle. This April, binge these classics. The Whole 9 Yards starring Bruce Willis and Matthew Perry. Adaptation with Nicolas Cage and Meryl Streep. And The Fisher King with Robin Williams. All streaming free on Zumo Play. Go to play.zumo.com now. Life is hard. Zumo is easy.
One lottery ticket makes a big difference for our state students. And when I say big, I mean bigger than jackpot big. Since 2002, South Carolina students have benefited from more than $6 billion in lottery-funded scholarships and grants, including the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow Scholarships. With every lottery play, you're supporting our students, and that adds up in a big way. That's why education is our middle name. Learn more at sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.